Today's anime begins with Asahi, the protagonist. It's a world of the future where an AI has a very important role in humans' life. As such, an AI foretells Asahi's future that with these words he's going to get lucky, and the words are corner, dogs, cleaning robot, street, train, and the letter. There were just too many, so Asahi didn't pay much attention and took off for the school. But in his way, the first letter street came into reality as he stumbled upon a girl. Well, the position was too perverse, and the girl named Aoi left after apologizing. Then, after the second letter's prediction came, it was on the train where Mongfa named girl fell asleep on Asahi, and when he tried to wake her, he barely survived. Things get even more interesting with the word robot. So a cleaning robot ripped the clothes of a girl named Amelia because that robot saw it as garbage to clean, but she left her bra there. So Asahi took it up to give it to her if they met again. Then the fourth word was dog, where Asahi once again got tangled up with a boy who was in danger from a dog in heat. Well, I decided to skip the last one because there's a chance that it would get me a community guideline strike, but the last girl named Karen. With all of this fateful encounter, Asahi was exhausted, but his problem rose when all the girls he stumbled upon were in his class as new transfer students except for Mongfa, who was the teacher and a Chinese at that. Well anyways, Asahi thought he would be seen as a pervert because of their previous encounter, and he was right at that point when he got slapped. But then he received a letter stating that he needed to meet with someone under a cherry blossom tree. And that's when Aoi came to propose to Asahi her love and also to ask Asahi if he might have something. Because when they stumbled upon each other, she lost something there, but the thing Asahi pulled off was the definition of a sick guy, so she left again. But slowly, others started to apologize to Asahi for their misconception that he was a pervert. The first one was Karen. And then Mongfa also said she was sorry for almost killing him in the train. Then Amelia also apologized for thinking that Asahi could have hacked the robot for what that thing did. So then, after clearing up the misunderstanding, Asahi went to the cherry blossoms like he was asked to meet up with someone through a love letter, and it was none other than Aoi. And she confessed her feelings right away. It was getting weird that just after one meeting, Aoi felt so much love for him and not her. Karen also did the same. And she was even more bold that she wanted to get to the honeymoon part right away. Thirsty. Then also comes Amelia, who also wants to marry Asahi. It was getting crazy after running away from all those thirsty girls. But then his teacher Mongfa suddenly grabbed him and took him to an alley and kissed Asahi because she was chased down by some goons, yet she was also acting weird and wanted to marry Asahi as well. But the thing got a bit extreme when the boy Asahi had saved from the dog also wanted to marry Asahi. Well, his name was Irina, so Asahi had to make a run for it to save himself, but all of them greeted him in his own house as, well, his dad planned for him to get married soon and chose 1 out of 5 potential brides for him, and now Asahi has to live with them until he chooses 1 out of 5 at least. But the housing was the problem, but his dad even managed that. He built an extra room in just half a day for them to live in, getting no way out of it. Asahi had no choice but to agree. Living with 5 thirsty girls under the same roof was a bit weird because they were trying to get Asahi and were invading his personal space. He got sick and tired of it. Asahi just left in the middle of the night, but then Aoi found him at a Shurin and explained that none of them had a proper home to live in. Asahi was a bit angry but calmed down after realizing that. Seeing Asahi like that, others were ready to leave, but Asahi stopped them and agreed to live with them. But only on the condition that they would not invade his personal space like they were doing before. Out of everyone, only Aoi never invades Asahi's personal space and is even good at taking care of the household like a real responsible person, as she knows everything about everyone's needs. In this chaos, the school was about to conduct a language test of kanji. Others were pretty okay in the language, but Amelia was a bit on the other side, and the thirsty girls become more chaotic when they are fired up for something, but around these hectic days. Asahi would find peace with only his one and only friend Yoshio. Then at night Amelia didn't show up at dinner because she was still in her room studying, and when Asahi got to call her, he just heard her erotic moan and her fantasy about her erotic dream with Asahi, but in reality she was actually just sharpening her kanji language for the test. Asahi saw how much she wanted to learn the foreign language for Asahi, so he became his personal tutor at kanji and supported her. With all the help she got from Asahi, Amelia scored at least an average in the test. Well, after that, Aoi, Mongfa, and Irina won the first prize in a contest and won a free vacation at a traditional onsen, but the host of their vacation was a little terrible. Anyway, Asahi drew a room for him and Irina separately since both of them are dudes, but her secret soon came to light, and that was that she is also a girl. But her father wanted a son so desperately that Irina had no choice but to live as a boy. But Asahi didn't mind who she was and encouraged her to do what she desired, but after that, when they returned to their normal lives, Asahi was kidnapped by an old man just to draw out Momafa. She came in despite knowing it was a trap for her, just to save Asahi. The man who did all this was named Sanres, a major figure in the underworld of the mafia, and Momafa particularly whipped them out single-handedly. Because of that, she was on a run to put behind her bloody past, but it came to haunt her again, and she didn't want Asahi to get tangled up in all this because she wholeheartedly loved him. So she paved a path for him to run away and become a target for all the goons. Sanres was on the verge of death after being beaten by Momafa, so he turned himself into a cyborg to become powerful and save his life. But then Asahi didn't run away. Instead, he came back and sprayed a bottle of lotion on him, and with the electric stick, his circuit got knocked out, and with Momafa's last punch, he got out of commission. Well, Asahi wasn't scared of Momafa's dark past, but instead accepted her with his pure heart. After that incident, things should have been normal, but then a weird floating robot just fired a beam, and Yoshio got a diaper-like boom that blew away his balls. And there was this super giant robot out right outside the schools, but in the news, it got reported that several places in the world have that same kind of robot that is targeting men. And Karen was nowhere to be found, because she was a magical girl that has the power to fight that thing. Well, Karen got this power from a rabbit named Otomo Deluxe. Her own world met its demise because of this robot, and she didn't want this world to be destroyed as well, so she gave this power to Karen. But to recharge Karen's power, she needs to do something with the person she loves that makes her heart skip a beat, and the best and quick way was to get laid. But Asahi was against it because he wanted Karen to do this kind of thing with the person she actually loves, and not just because of this kind of saving the world crap. They didn't do anything yet, but Asahi's honesty made Karen actually feel warmer, which recharged her power in an instant, and with that, Karen defeated the robot. And every man who had lost his balls got their balls back again, and everything went back to normal. So today's video comes to an end, but the story doesn't end here. In the second part, the story will take a major climax and turn things upside down, so stay tuned to watch its second half. Until then, subscribe to the channel for more recaps and updates on new anime.